Hello guys and welcome back to this amazing channel. This is Abhinav. In this particular video, we will discuss about the starters, the Codechef Starters 126 26 contest, okay? And we'll discuss the first 6 problems from A to F of this particular contest, right? So actually I'm recording this video very late because during the contest actually I got some work and I was engaged with it. Even I was not able to solve the whole contest, and that is why I solved less problems today. I was just able to solve problem till here, and I feel that this tree distance set problem was also doable. So I will try this problem after recording this video, but for this video I will discuss these first 6 problems from AC please to rectangular swaps, right? Amazing. Let's discuss all the problems one by one. This was a very easy problem. Here the problem was simply that if temperature is strictly greater than 30, you have to switch on the AC, else off the AC. So problem was very clear. What I did here is that uh, what I actually did here is, if you will see, simple. If value of n is greater than 30, I'm saying py means print yes, else I'm saying pn, and pn means print no. So a very basic and easy problem it was, which is AC please, right? Let's move forward to the next problem, which is dice game 3. This was also actually a good problem. The problem here is that you are given a chef, and chef has n rounds to play with a regular 6 face dice, okay? The thing is, when he will play a dice, if the previous dice was 1, he will get double of what the dice number is, else he will just get that. So basically you want to find the maximum possible score. See guys, if you want maximum possible score, you will always want that your dice is there after a 1, right? So what I will do, I will give the sequence as 1 6 1 6 1 6 1 6 and so on, whatever number of time this can go, right? For example, n is 6. If n is 6 means 3 patterns of 1 6 can come. That means 3 patterns of 1 6 can come. And if we'll take a single pair of 1 6, because there is a 1, this 6 will be considered twice. You can see here 2x. It will eventually become 1 plus 2 into 6, which is 13. So basically, if n is 6, final answer will be 13 multiplied by n by 2. But if n is odd, for example, if n is 7, in that case also answer will be 13 into n by 2, because we will take 1 6 1 6 1 6, but at the last we will take one extra 6. So we will add a 6 more, right? And that will be the approach. So if you will see, what I have done here is simple. I have first taken answer as 13 into n by 2, which I have done here. And if the value of n is odd, that means we can take one more dice, and that one more extra dice can be 6 only. And that will be the final answer, right? So that is what we are doing here. Actually, many of you tried to solve this problem using a loop from 1 to n, which will actually give TLE, right? So because that's not required, the best way is to simply do it in order of one time complexity, right? Amazing. Next problem is this sale problem. This was also a good problem where basically there were a sale of n projected days, and what Ceph can do, Ceph can announce the shop closing at a particular day, and if he will announce that shop closing at a day, the sale of that day will get doubled, but the remaining sale will not be counted. So you have to basically tell that what's the maximum number of sale that Ceph can do. So what I have actually done here is, guys, it's actually a very easy approach. What I've done, I've taken an answer and an mx. So what is answer? Basically, answer is going through each day and adding. So its name is answer, but actually it's not the answer. Answer is max, right? So in this answer, I can make it as current. Okay, to make it non-confusing. So what current is? Current will store the amount of sales Ceph has made till that date or just before that date. So current is the amount of sales Ceph had made just before that date. And I'm considering if Ceph will close his shop on that day, then its sales will become double. And my MX is storing the maximum of that. So means that every day we will see both the possibility. First possibility we will see if Ceph will close the shop that day, then how much sales he will get, take the maximum of it. Else add that dates say to the current and move forward, right? So that is the basic thing that we are doing here. So a very quick editorial for the first three problems because I feel they were relatively easy, right? Let's discuss this next problem, which is permutation disturbance. This was actually a problem where there was a permutation given to you, okay, and what you have to actually do is Chef wants to disturb the permutation. Disturb means no number should be equal to its index. So there is any number which is equal to its index, we will swap it. Swap it with what? We can swap it with the adjacent element, right? So it's the basic thing that I've done here, guys. For example, if the array is like this: 7, 2, 8, 1, 5, 4, 5, 6, 4, 3. For example, if I will do the indexing, it's the one based indexing. So if you will see, for example, this number is equal to its index, which we have to remove. This is there and this is there. So how we will do? So whenever you will get a number which is equal to its index, we will swap it with its adjacent, means its next number. So what will happen? It will become 8, it will become 2. For this 5, it will become 6, it will become 5. So for this 6, we don't have to do it again because this 6 was already handled by 5. The simple thing is, whenever we will get a number which is equal to its index, whenever we will get a number which is equal to its index, we will swap it with its next value. So means one operation will be done. We will increase our answer by 1. And we will also skip the next element and move forward because next element is also handled then. For example, here, when we have taken this, this is already handled because they both are swapped. So what I'm doing here, for any index vi, if it is equal to vi plus 1, means if it is equal to its index, one base indexing, I'm increasing the answer and I'm also skipping one index forward because when I'm considering that I've swapped I with I plus 1, so I plus 1 is also handled. If it was equal, now it's not equal, right? That's the basic thing. Cool, क्योंकि यहाँ पे अगर 5 है, ये इसके equal था, तो swap हो तो obviously this 5 will go here, which will not be equal to this. So both will be handled, right? Amazing. Now let's move forward to the next problem. Next is the problem freedom. This was a very interesting problem where for a given array A, you have to basically get a number of I and j, number of two pairs I and j such that A is AI minus AJ, B is AI plus AJ, and C is AI into AJ. And this A, B, C should form a AP, right? So basically, the value of A was AI minus AJ, B was AI plus AJ, and C was AI multiplied by AJ. Okay, so we have to make a AP, arithmetic progression here. AP means that difference between A and B should be equal to difference between B and C. Okay, so let's first find the difference between B and C. If you will find the difference between not B and C, between B and A. If you will find the difference between B and A, it will be, so B is AI plus AJ and A is AI minus AJ. So difference will be 2AJ, right? Difference will be 2AJ. That means difference between A and B is 2AJ, you can see. So if difference between A and B is 2AJ, that means difference between B and C should also be 2AJ. This will also should be 2AJ. Means difference between C minus B, which is actually AI into AJ minus AI plus AJ should be equal to 2AJ. And using this, expression or using this formula, we will find the relation between AI and AJ. So what we will do? Let's have this. So I will say AI into AJ minus AI minus AJ. So I open this bracket equal to 2AJ, right? Now AI multiplied by AJ minus AI is equal to 3AJ, right? So this came there. Now AI I will take common. So AJ minus 1 is equal to 3AJ. And finally, AI is equal to 3AJ divided by AJ minus 1. So basically, this is the relation between I and J that we are getting. So if we have a number, let's say AI, if we have a number AI, and if, or we can say like that, if we have a number AJ present, and if correspondingly AJ 3AJ upon AJ minus 1 is also present, they can be a pair, because its key value is eventually AI only. So for a number, for a given number, let's say x, we have to see if 3x divided by x minus 1 is present or not, and how many times it is present. So the number of times it is present, that is the number of pairs that we can get. Let me give you an example. For example, if you will see the test cases here, इसमें ऐसे क्यों देखते हैं हम लोग कि 21862. Okay, formula was, let's say 3x divided by x minus 1. So let's say first x is here at 2. If we have to pair 2 with someone, what can be the next value? The next value should be 3 into 2 divided by 2 into 1, 2 minus 1, which will be 6 by 1, 6. If you are taking one number as 2, you have to see that if you have a 6 also. But do you have a 6 in this array? Yes, you have. But how to find that 6? So to do this, guys, what we are doing is we will actually use map. So in a map, I will store the value. So currently you can see before this there was no 6 present. So answer will not come. But now it will store map of 2 equal to 1. That means map of 2 is present. Right. Now let's move forward. Now for 1. So now when x is 1, see, when x is 1, you cannot find this value. Because if you will do 3 into 1 divided by 1 minus 1, it will give 3 by 0, which is not possible. You cannot divide a number by 0. So this x or a number should always be greater than 1. It cannot be equal to 1. Any of that, right? Cool. Now next comes 8. So means when x is 8, what's the value of next we can get? That will be 3 into 8 divided by 8 minus 1, 24 by 7, which is not divisible. So this should also be divisible by this. So basically, first thing is that x should be greater than 1. Second is 3x should be divisible by x minus 1. Both should happen, right? Now came 6. So for 6, let's find this thing. For 6, it will be 3 into 6 divided by 6 minus 1. Again, it's not divisible. Okay, no worries. And obviously for all these value will make the map value. So map of 1 will also be 1, map of 8 will be 1, map of 6 will be 1. So that if we will need it later, we can know. Now when x is 2, again 3 into 2 by 2 minus 1, 6. Now it will check whether 6 is present. Yes, 6 is present here. That means 2 comma 6 can be a possible approach. Right? Or we can say 6 comma 2 actually. This can be a possible approach, 6 comma 2. Because 6 is present here. We got to know from the map. And this is how we will find. And let's say if there are 2 6s present before, output will be 2. Right? So if you will see what I have done here is, if you will see this code, what I have actually done here is, I have done the same. I simply iterating. I have taken a map. Now for a value vi, first thing is that this should be greater than 1. If vi is greater than 1 and 3vi is divisible by x minus 1 and 3vi is divisible by vi minus 1, if both the things are there, now we will search that if 3vi divided by vi minus 1 exists. If it does exist, number of time it is existing, add it in the answer, and then for the given value vi, increase the value of map. Finally, whatever is the answer, printed, right? So this was again a basic solution for this particular problem. Cool. Now let's move forward to the next problem, which is triangular swap. This was actually the toughest problem of all these 6 and actually a good problem. Let's discuss this problem, right? So in this problem, actually, guys, what is given to you, that you have a string s, let's say a, b, a, c, a, a, b, a. For example, this is that thing. Okay. What you can do here, they are saying that you can choose 3 indexes of this string, and you have to do a left swap in that string, left rotation in that string actually. For example, if the string is abc, it will become bca. So this first character will go at the last and it will become BCA, right? So that's the thing that will happen. Cool. So how we can actually do this thing? How we can actually implement this thing? Let's discuss that. See guys, first of all, see that एक तो there will be a possibility that after rotating this string remains itself. So we have to perform this rotation only once in any three consecutive characters, right? For example, if the string is a b a and we are performing this operation here. So after making rotation here, it will remain a b a only. Are you getting? So if the case is that I minus 1 and I minus 2 are equal, that means they will not create a new string. The string will remain same and that will be considered just once. That's the first thing. Okay. Now the next thing, the next approach. Next approach is that in one other case also, so basically the thing is that first we can perform operation here. Second, we can perform operation here, then here, then here, then here, then here. So overall, we can actually perform n minus 2 operation in a string of size n. So there can be a possibility that n minus 2 different strings are possible. कि n minus 2 different strings बन जाएंगी, ऐसा possible है. But there will be some strings that will be identical. For example, if I will tell you, if you will make a rotation here, do it. A B D A B A. It will happen. Okay. And if you will make a rotation here, oh sorry, एक मैं इसमें थोड़ा चेंज करूंगा एक्चुअली. So let me do a little change. Yeah, now it will happen. So if you first do a rotation here, it will become A B will be remain as it is. It will become A D A because this A will go back and like this. And now if you will do a rotation here, it will be A B A. Now this will become D A and B A. Again, the same thing. So you can see when we are making rotation here and here in two consecutive substring of size 3, it is giving same string. This we have to prevent. How we can prevent this? How we will get to know that two consecutive these substrings of size 3 are giving the same string? Guys, actually there's a logic to understand. For example, let's take these four strings. Let's take any random four strings. Let's say let's say S1, S2, S3, S4. How we can get to know that these four strings, that this particular substring of size 4, if you will do rotation here or here, it will give identical result? How we will get to know? There is a trick to understand. Maybe you have got, but the trick is that, for example, let's first do rotation here. When you will do rotation here, what will happen? S2, S3 will come first, then S1 will go, then S4. Now if you will do rotation here, then what will happen? S3 will come first, then S4, then S2 will go. This will go at the last, right? If you will see, S3 is again at the identical place. So both S3 are present after moving at the same place. If you will see here also, this became ADAA, this became ADA. So ये DD यहीं पे थे. The indexes that are changing are actually these indexes: S1, S2, S1, S4, and S2, S4. S1, S2, S1, S4, and S2, S4. These are the indexes which are changing. But if these indexes are also equal, that means no change will happen. And you will see here these indexes are equal. They are AAA. कोई भी एक डिफरेंट होता तो एक अलग स्ट्रिंग बनती. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर मान लो यहाँ पे बी होता तो आप देखोगे एक अलग स्ट्रिंग बनती. इसको जब आप स्वैप करते तो बनता बी डी ए, इसको करते तो बनता ए डी ए बी, because they are different. S2 and S1 are different, right? But if all this S1, S2, and S4 are equal, that means it will not create a new string. It will create a similar string which its neighbor has created. That is what we have to check. So we have to check two things. First case, if all the three characters are equal, in that case it will again make the same string, no change will happen. And second is this case we will have to have. See, what I'm doing in the code here is that I'm first taking my count as n minus 2, because initially n minus 2 possibilities is there. I'm also making my f equal to 0. So this f is actually that if this case exists or not, where all three characters are equal, a or b, because in this case if we will make the operation, it will result in the original string, and that original string can only be taken once, not every time, right? So if this case exists when s of I is equal to s of I plus 1 and s of I plus 1 is equal to s of I plus 2, if this case exists, we are making f equal to 1, and that f we will add at the last. Means, okay, there is a case where a is present or maybe any equal characters are present, that will actually result in the same string. So we can consider that same string once. And second thing that we are checking is that this 1 should be equal to 2. Like if any one of that, if s1 is also equal to s2, s1 is also equal to s4, and s2 is also equal to s4, if all three are equal, just like here, that means they will not create a new string, they will get the same string that its previous has created. So if s1 is equal to s1 and si is equal to si plus 1 and si is equal to si plus 3, these two things, that means count minus minus means it will not create a new string but an identity string which its previous has created. So don't consider this again and decrease count. दोबारा आपको सेम चीज नहीं कंसिडर करनी है, पहले कंसिडर हो चुकी है, राइट? This was the logic, guys. Finally, whatever our count is, remaining count and plus f, if that case happens, return it. Okay, so this was my code, guys. This is how I've solved these all the 6 problems. I hope that you have got this particular problems. If you have any doubt, please comment down your doubt, or you can also join our Telegram channel to ask your doubt. I hope this video is helpful for you. If this is helpful, please comment helpful. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.